It's been about 2.5 years since I made a video about fighting game trailers where I analysed what made the good trailers good and the bad trailers bad. Since then, fighting game fans have been gifted several new trailers and, even better, the quality of every developer's trailers has gone up significantly. On top of that, I now have a job where I make video game trailers for 40 hours a week, and I think that gives me some experience and perspective that I didn't have during my last round of analysis. So it feels like the right time to do a second round of fighting game trailer analysis. But as much as I'd love to peer through all the interesting trailers for the many fighting games out there, this video finally happened, particularly because of two recent trailers. The first is the Kaguya trailer for the new Under Night In-Birth. That's currently my most anticipated fighting game, and I'd been wanting to see Kaguya's concept art transformed into a full-fledged fighting game character for years. But I finished her trailer with barely any care for what she does or when I can finally play her. The second recent trailer is Grimnir's for the new Granblue Fantasy Versus. Now, I've been pretty indifferent about this game. I don't know who Grimnir is and his design didn't immediately catch my eye, but after finishing his trailer, I have started warming up to the idea of playing the new Granblue Versus. Considering the way I felt about each game, I should have had the opposite reaction to each trailer. So what we're looking at is what makes Grimnir's trailer good and Kaguya's trailer bad. Starting with Kaguya. I don't think her trailer was horrible, like whatever goes on in DNF Duel, but I do believe that it fails to meet the standard for modern fighting game trailers. For a long time, I felt that French Bread's character trailers are perfectly average, but Kaguya's trailer manages to take one step forwards while taking 2 steps back. The best part of Kaguya's trailer is in the first 15 seconds, before any of the gameplay actually starts.
今宵、私の受けた使命は単独での深淵への接近。そして深淵の付近より、今宵の標的となる人物、永劫の狙撃。まったく。
The trailer begins with this point of view shot from Kaguya, accompanied by some exposition that reveals her personality and role in the story. It's cute. Moments like this can seem unimportant for something like a fighting game trailer, but I believe that it makes a massive difference in a trailer's quality. Fighting game or not, do what a trailer is supposed to do. Sell. Fighting game trailers, particularly character trailers, have a roster to sell, and gameplay isn't the only thing that makes a character appealing. One fighting game character will attract various people through various means. Street Fighter's Jamie can sell through gameplay showcasing his unique drink mechanic, but he could also sell through his second outfit, his voice actor, his dialogue, his cheery personality, maybe even his theme. And a good Jamie trailer would showcase most or all of these facets to the character. This is where the Kaguya trailer went right. If her trailer was merely a few gameplay clips strung together, it could be a serviceable trailer for those interested in her playstyle, but it wouldn't be very captivating. And surely you'd miss your opportunity to capture the fans that like Kaguya for other reasons, like her demeanor, voice actor, or story relevance. That's actually been my main criticism of how French Bread has handled Melty Blood's character trailers. All Melty Blood trailers work the same way. Title slide, round intro, short gameplay compilation. When I watch Melty Blood character trailers, I get the impression that French Bread didn't want to give them much budget. That's fine, but it's also very noticeable. Each Melty Blood trailer leaves me feeling like I have zero insight into these characters outside of their gameplay. Which is a shame because I do want some of that insight. I saw the Ushiwakamaru trailer and I was like, oh, she's so cheery, I love it, I love happy characters. But I get one negligible line of dialogue and that's literally it. These characters release with a fully voiced individual story mode. Could we not get a glimpse of that? Either way, they've chosen to keep the trailers short and focus on gameplay, and for what it's worth, I think Melty Blood trailers do a fantastic job of showcasing each character's moveset in a very short time. They follow this structure: auto combo, pressure sequence, neutral sequence featuring cinematic flair, all within 30 seconds. They picked the perfect flowchart for their trailers because these 3 elements work very well to demonstrate how the character may operate during a match. Now, here's where I refer to Derek Liu, one of the most prolific trailer makers in the gaming industry. I don't know if he's ever made a fighting game trailer, I don't think so, but his philosophies around trailer making are still applicable to fighting game character trailers. One of his quotes are, "Treat the trailer like a video tutorial." I have the same opinion on character trailers. I want you to show me how they look in all aspects of play, not just during our rehearsed combo routes. What is it like to pilot that character in a match? The pieces of a Melty Blood trailer show us just that. With the auto combo, we get a glimpse into how the character's combo routes may look. With the pressure sequence, we get a glimpse into how their tools may work on offense, and we maybe get to see some cool mix-up options that they have. With the neutral sequence, first of all, I think whoever makes these just has an appreciation for cool fighting game shots. I mean, I get it, I've done it before too. However, we also get a glimpse into how their tools may work in neutral. It's a great structure to rely on for these 40-second trailers. They demonstrate the character's gameplay appeal fairly well, but relative to most other fighting game trailers, which have vastly improved in the last 2 years alone, Melty Blood trailers do feel painfully average. Blame the length. They can't make room for anything outside of gameplay, so I end up finishing these trailers feeling less connected to the character than cross-country Wi-Fi. Hence, the intro to Kaguya's trailer was such a pleasant surprise. Finally, issue resolved, through a cute, inexpensive animation that was probably made specifically for this trailer. But then the rest of the trailer happens.
私の名はかぐや
Alright, we get a combo, she's doing flips and tricks, it's pretty cool, not a bad start. Then in the next scene, another combo, okay, that's fine. Next scene, yet another combo. I mean, we do cancel into her infinite worth, so we get a nice but short animation, but that doesn't add much to the trailer itself. And then the next scene is pretty much just a combo. I mean, we get to see that she has this lunging attack, but with the way this scene is set up, it struggles to communicate anything other than just combo again. I guess if you rewatch the trailer and you start analyzing it on your own, they're probably trying to imply that this lunge attack is a neutral tool that can help her close the distance, but if I'm saying probably and imply, they've already messed up. And if you don't know Hilda's moveset and archetype, the implication of anti-zoning could be completely lost on you. This scene ultimately feels like another "it's combo time." And then we get our next scene, which is again a combo. Yes, it's cool to see that this character has lasers. That alone is enough for avid fighting game fans to satiate their imaginations, but it probably would have been much cooler to see her laser operate like a laser. Like, snipe something from full screen, damn it! Come on! Again, maybe there's an implied message that she can also zone, because this scene briefly began with Mika trying to approach her, but I shouldn't have to work this hard to uncover what a scene is trying to convey. Our final scene of gameplay is the fighting game trailer stamp of approval, ending it with the big super move. Not much to say here, it would honestly be weirder if they didn't have it. We do get another nice clip at the end showcasing more of Kaguya's personality, and I really do appreciate that, but what happened with the gameplay? Although I was really glad to finally see Kaguya in motion, I can't lie about the fact that I finished the trailer feeling kind of indifferent because they didn't really give me a glimpse into how she plays. It's nice to see that she flips and twists for her combos, but after that second combo, everything blended together. You don't have to show off every detail about the character immediately, but can't we see a pressure string, an actual instance of zoning, a demonstration of rushdown, a scene where these orbs actually do something, anything that wasn't yet another combo? It's the opposite of a Melty Blood trailer. My unfortunately unpopular opinion ended up being that this trailer was pretty whack. I struggle to understand what makes Kaguya fun or unique. I'm not sold. Meanwhile, the new installment of Granblue Fantasy Versus is the completely opposite situation for me. I have had very little interest in its upcoming release, but these exceptional trailers are leading the charge to get Granblue Fantasy Versus back into my considerations. A day prior to the release of Kaguya's trailer, Cygames released a trailer for the new Granblue Fantasy Versus character, Grimnir. Now, I don't know who Grimnir is, but after watching his trailer, I want to try him. Grimnir's trailer starts like most others, with his intro animation, some dialogue, and a title card. Wait, that's not really the beginning of his trailer. Grimnir's trailer actually begins when we see the developer logos. I missed this on my first analysis because I'm so used to the developer logos basically being white noise, but Grimnir's trailer imbues the mandatory developer logos with an essence of his character. Of course, this isn't the only Granblue trailer that does this. Many of them play around with these developer intros and use them as another way to immediately establish the character's vibe. It's just good trailer making. Now back to Grimnir. When we first get to see his gameplay, we don't get combos just yet. These first clips focus on his unique movement options. It's only 2 quick clips, but these specific clips immediately reveal what makes Grimnir different from the rest of the Granblue cast. That's it, you've immediately grabbed my attention. Then we pivot to another animation from Grimnir, likely his alternate round intro. Oh, he's a toonie. I have a soft spot for that. Now we're getting whole scenes rather than cropped clips, and this one features a projectile war between Grimnir and Anila that ends up with Grimnir juggling Anila. There's a sheep flying off the screen, so this scene was already good, but what makes it even better is what I mentioned about trailers almost being a tutorial. This scene simulates a potential in-game scenario, and through this, we get to see how we could use Grimnir's projectile during a match. Side note, the Rashid trailer shows off a similar projectile, but they just have the opponent standing still and getting hit by it, so points to Granblue there. These kinds of simulated gameplay moments are great for that section of the audience that are hardcore fighting game fans. Many of us are good at taking a 2-second clip and turning it into an entire theoretical essay about the character's potential and what they'll succeed or what they'll fail at and all the stuff before we've even tried them out. And isn't that some of the joy that comes with being a fighting game player? It's nice when trailers throw us a bone like this. Cutting back to Kaguya for a second, her trailer didn't really give us anything in this regard, except for literally one move that got blocked. Just one. We saw what a single normal looked like outside of a combo, and Twitter ran with it, which I love. It's a shame that that trailer did literally nothing else. The next scenes with Grimnir are similarly excellent. I don't really need to go too in depth about it. We get more combos, but they're added in naturally alongside Oki setups and further potential ideas about how we could use his special moves, all while being intertwined with more scenes dedicated solely to showing off Grimnir's personality, by which I mean his overdramatic toony behavior. Intertwining the gameplay and personality scenes also helps keep the trailer breathable, so that when we do pan to another shot of gameplay, each one is more digestible rather than everything blurring together. It's like the opposite of trailer accents, which is used for movie trailers. They use action shots as quick transitions between different dialogue scenes to keep the trailer breathable, otherwise it becomes a mess without it. But again, it's the sort of thing that the viewer doesn't notice until someone tells them about it.
Luffy, they are hunting you!
I hope you notice it in every Hollywood trailer the way I do now. And finally, we end with that stamp of approval, the flashy super move and win animation. It's just a quality trailer.
Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising.
Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising is a sequel that I've been saying I will not buy. I wasn't very impressed with the open beta, and I have less time to play fighting games than ever before, so I was okay with letting the game pass by. But that opinion is changing. These trailers keep tempting me because I keep witnessing these fun personalities, cute characters, and interesting mechanics that I'd love to try out. That's the difference that a good fighting game trailer can make. But if your trailer is like Kaguya's, where there's barely any time given to anything other than combos, the many aspects of intrigue within a fighting game character are harder to showcase, and when it's harder to showcase those qualities, it's harder to get my money.